13th floor. The 13th floor.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the 13th floor, where the furniture isn't always the best, but the views are amazing. I am your moderator, B. Jones, and this week I am joined by, we got a couple Eagles fans on the podcast today, celebrating heavy. We got the BFBG phase on. What's happening?
1, 2, 3, hit 'em low, hit 'em high, and watch those Eagles fly on the road to victory. Eagles!
Stunting on. Go ahead, Coach K. What you got for the people, man? Go ahead.
Nah, man, I don't have to follow up with nothing.
You can't beat that.
I can't go pull out my Randall Cunningham jersey. I gotta wait until the actual Super Bowl. So.
Oh, okay. We got Mr. Logistics down here at bottom. What's up, BJ?
Yeah. What's going on, gentlemen? Good to be back.
Not too much. And then last but not least, Crypto Fresh, our very own DJ Barry B. Fresh. What's happening?
Good morning, universe. We here, we ready, we live. Let's get it.
We ready. We excited, man. So look, man, the Eagles made it to the Super Bowl, man. How long has it been?
2004, 2005. Yeah,
2004. That was when T.O. went and showed out and Donovan McNabb laid it.
Donovan McNabb.
Yes, that was the last play that we could have actually won.
We lost 24-20.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, I remember I was on a bus coming from a track meet, listening to the joint, and I think Donovan McNabb threw like 3 or 4 interceptions that game. And was that against the Patriots?
It was against the Patriots.
Yeah, rematch. It's a
Definitely
rematch.
against the Patriots.
Wow.
Hey, what's up with the Eagles fans though, man? Y'all tearing up the city when you win, tearing up the city when you lose.
We love hard, we fight hard.
Fun fact about the Philly Stadium, I think it's the only stadium that actually has a jail inside of the stadium.
Yes.
Very
true.
Jail,
Veteran
judge,
stadium.
everything that you can literally get locked up for real for being crazy.
Yes.
Hey, y'all better tighten up down there, man.
Nah, that's what makes Philly. You don't come to Eagle Stadium, Lincoln Field now, wearing someone else's stuff and expect, or your car. Don't have your car. You take off all paraphernalia from that car. You'll come back and everything will be busted out, win or lose. It doesn't matter.
Do not play with Philly at all. Them brothers is crazy.
Especially the Eagles. I mean, you can maybe do something with the Phillies, but when it comes to the Eagles, don't do that.
Don't go for it.
They still talking about Randall Cunningham. Heavy.
Yup.
Easy, man. Well, before we get too deep off in this thing, man, I gotta send a special shout out to my lady Chris. Y'all don't know it, but today, very special day. We celebrating 5 years officially.
Ooh, congratulations!
Yeah,
Put the hearts around you.
Right?
Yes, the hearts and all of the
Where
butterflies
the filters
and
at?
the glitter and everything.
Yeah, we're gonna get you a Snapchat filter.
What is Snapchat? I'm just playing. I don't have one. But yeah, man, 5 years, man. It's been crazy, man. Reflecting on it and everything today. But much love goes out to my lady, man. Actually, we went ring shopping this past week.
Wow.
I know, man. I know. It's long overdue.
Is it 3 C's?
It's
Was it
5
4
C's.
5 C's?
Oh, we're going to 5 C's this time.
Yeah, I think. What is it? Cut, clarity, color. I don't know what the other
Carrots.
Coolness and camaraderie.
Yeah, and C's for the dollar amount that's coming out of my pocket.
This is true. You gotta have that. Was it 3 months? 3 months of pay. That's the old standard.
That's the standard, right?
Like you said, that's the old standard. Sorry.
That's the man portraying what you're supposed to be doing, because all of that is a facade.
Yeah,
Go get you a beautiful cubic. Spend you about a third of the money.
So I thought I was gonna be spending about a third of the money, because Chris, all this talk about, I don't need a diamond. I just want to have a really nice vintage.
Not until they get there. Now that lady
I want
starts
my
talking.
birthstone. I want the peridot birthstone and a nice little vintage ring. I'll be fine. So I'm like, I'm about to save big on the diamond, because a carat is like $6, $7, $8 grand or whatever, So if all I got to do is buy a $3,000, $4,000 ring, I'm good. You ain't got to worry about the stone. Man, first of all, it was a surprise. So we walking into the mall, to the little jeweler or whatever, and I'm like, ta-da! Hey, she's like, oh my god. So she's all nervous and everything walking in. We walk in. The whole
First question: was it a male or female clerk?
So this is the funny part. So it was a female at first. She might have been new in position because when she walked up, she introduced herself. We started talking or whatever, letting her know we were interested in the rings. She starts trying to explain something, and then I guess a vet guy heard her trying to explain, and if he didn't snake that joint right up from up underneath her, he was like, oh, do you mind if I help you explain this? Inserted himself into the situation, and it just kind of took off.
Right.
Get out the way. Out the way. And she's just sitting over there, and I'm watching her out the corner of my eye because I'm like, dang, man, he really did that real smooth. And she just had to say yes because she couldn't explain whatever it is, telling us about the diamonds. But she's like cutting her eye at him, poking her lips out and everything, but it's not too much she could do at that point because he has all of our attention, and the dude knew everything he needed to know to try to sell this diamond. But she's still all, I just want the peridot thing or whatever. He pulls out one of these hearts and arrows or something, diamonds or whatever. It's supposed to be real expensive, real rare, whatever. Puts it in the little eyeglass thing, the microscope or whatever, so you can see into the diamond and you see the redness shooting out of the diamond. And then she put it on her face. Looking at
That's it right there. That's the rule.
And she's like,
And guess what?
I like the way this look.
In those places, they have like the perfect lighting set up to where the light hits the diamond just right.
Yep.
That thing dancing around. You
Oh,
talking
yeah.
about diamonds dancing, man. So she look at it and it's like a whole carat. So I'm looking at the price tag on this thing, and I'm like, but you said that you wasn't really about. What happened to not being this the route we gonna end up going? This how we gonna do this? So, yeah. But it was a good experience though, man. I think it was time, especially for, I guess you got to get those like positive affirmations, because I'm not the guy to kind of, even though I've been ready and been thinking about this for a while, like I don't talk about it at all. You know what I'm saying? I don't, we don't look at Pinterest for rings or whatever. We might
You
talk
don't.
about how we. Well, I don't. Yeah, right. I don't.
I'm about to say, that's why they say diamonds are a girl's best friend, because once some things start bling blinging,
Bruh,
Hey, so hold
might go
on.
somewhere else.
So did y'all get the ring?
hell no, I ain't get that ring.
No.
Not at that time.
He said I had to go the way my bank account worked out. I had to
feel
go
me?
back and check my savings because I had to transfer over to check it first, and that
Nah.
took 3 days.
Do you know
So
what
when-
kind of cut she
so you going to traditional-
for?
He said, do they take Bitcoin?
That was my first question. Yeah, I had all this stuff written down. Actually, my memory's bad. At first, she was looking for an Asher cut, but because the way the Asher cuts, it doesn't bling the way.
It's not,
like,
yeah. It's like
around.
towards the bottom. Yeah, it's one of the
Right.
bottom ones. Mhm.
Right. So the one that we were looking at, I think it was more round. I don't think it was a princess or whatever it is cut, but I got it written down somewhere. So but
Probably
it's
an oval marquise or a round brilliant. That's the
I
next
think
three.
I think it was a round brilliant on that thing.
So is this gonna be like you doing a traditional two band, two set, whatever it is, or is this just the one for the
You
actual
gotta do the set.
ceremony?
I
The,
think,
the band is nothing compared to the ring.
right. So
Yeah.
I was looking at the engagement ring, right?
That's where the money's at. That band's
That's the
like
money.
$200.
Right. The bands and
But
stuff
any
that-
band, they don't care about that band. That's the lock. That's like the lock for it. They like.
I guess I got off there.
Yeah. No,
I mean, you can get a nice band. Don't get me wrong. They keep some
None of our
good
girls.
bands.
none of her girls are gonna say, "Oh, let me see the band."
Yeah.
No, not at all. Not at all.
let me
He
see that
drew up
ring.
something nice. He's going to custom
Break out that
band.
light on you.
Oh, nice.
And-
Custom made is good.
Yeah, he's gonna custom make the band to go around whatever the ring that we end up deciding on. So it's gonna look real
Hold on,
nice.
brother. Anytime you say custom,
No, it's not true though.
What's
you
the
can,
band?
You can pay
Isn't
for
that-
a diamond, and then they can just craft the ring around it. The diamond is the one that's part expensive.
Trust me, I priced out everything. That dang on diamond is what's gonna be hurting the pocket. Everything
Yeah,
else.
you gotta add the warranty, the insurance, the cleaning.
Oh yeah, there's all the insurance. Oh yeah, I still
So-
pay insurance on EJ's ring
This-
every month.
Well,
Just
he
in
didn't
case.
speak of insurance, but the warranty and all that stuff is included into the price. or whatever. So
Is that the I won't
lifetime.
name the company, but was it the 3-letter one?
No,
Okay, cool.
nah. I was told to stay away from that company. Actually,
They're not too bad. You gotta be careful. They can suck you in the wrong place and pull you all the way down. They need to.
Nah, I don't need any of that. I don't need any.
Good
Hey,
stuff.
congratulations, man.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations. I know it's a
Pre-congrats.
big step,
I'm not
So you
letting
going-
you on anything until it happens.
So is this in your head a time frame? I mean, I'm not asking you for that right now, but in your head, this is just to kind of get a glance at.
Well,
what to
no. So
expect.
the reason I feel like it is a time frame type of thing. Like it is time. It probably could have. No, well, I don't feel like it could have happened beforehand because, like I said, when you're looking at over these 5 years, we went through stages. There was a honeymoon. There was a stormy stage. There was a point where I feel like I lost my mind, and then there was a point where I regained it back.
He said they went through stages.
Right.
That's what we still going through. Is that what you're getting at?
They just never stop.
He said, wait till afterwards.
Yeah, exactly.
But
And wait till you start discussion about the wedding. First, it's like, oh, yeah, the ring is fine. Then it's like, oh, cool. So now
That's
I
the
have
thing.
this.
She don't have time for all of that type of stuff right now. Anyway,
Lies.
That's
The
what you
lies
think.
you tell.
He
That's,
wanted a simple ring too.
that's what'll make you continue to sleep right now at night. But trust.
Hopefully it's traditional and Pop steps up and puts a big portion towards it. So that'd be a great thing. So why I'm glad I have.
I don't
all
think
boys.
we all
Look
have.
at the face. Look at the face. Look at the face.
That's why I'm glad I got all boys.
I don't think
Look at the face.
boys,
Talking about my pops?
that's
Or her
not
pops?
relevant
Her
for
pops.
the majority of us. Art, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I
We
don't see
didn't
that
have a
happening.
money dance wedding twice.
I don't think we're gonna have a money dance
I paid
wedding.
for my
man.
wedding.
Alright.
Just FYI.
I didn't ask if you paid for your wedding. I didn't say nothing about that. But I know I participated in one of them and saw the amount of cash on the floor that I know you still peeling back.
What do you call it? Spray the bride.
Spray,
Spray the
yeah.
bride.
Right.
Spray the bride.
Listen, man, people rolling money in wrapped on cartons.
I must not have been there for all of that.
A bank.
Huh? What'd you say?
I might not. Did I miss that? I don't know if I was there for that.
No, you weren't there.
For Art's wedding? No, you weren't there.
Oh, you weren't
for either one.
Yeah.
It was two.
Wait, which one? Yeah.
Did have
Listen, it is not
Wait,
right
so
now.
is
It's
this
about
just a-
it's about Mr. Jones. I do not
Keep
want
it
to
back real
divert.
quick.
We are enjoying the moment of
That's
your.
Hey, I put it to you this way. We retired the term keeping up with the Joneses once we saw the Phasons.
Oh man.
You done took
Yeah,
over,
he
huh?
pretty much ruined my chance of thinking I was gonna have a good wedding or anything like
Like, we were all there
Listen,
by ourselves.
I
So we was
dropped,
good.
I dropped one word on you to just let you know what time it is. Castle.
We're gonna leave that.
I wanted to walk on water. Remember that? That
I
was,
remember
that.
I
You got-
sacrificed.
you
I
got to go to
sacrificed
Israel
big
for that.
time. No, I had plans for Miami.
He wanted dolphins to swim
Yeah,
around.
it was-
A bubble was supposed to come out and
out
the water.
he had,
It
he had
was
big hopes and dreams.
yeah. I'd sacrifice.
Ray, you laughing, but they're probably halfway serious. About 90%
No,
serious.
we are. We are.
Oh,
This
that's not a halfway.
is not a
This
joke.
was
This is
the
facts.
plan.
we in college, us just having random
Oh,
conversations, and somehow, oh yeah, and it's like sitting there looking at Art like, damn, you might be the only dude who I know who really cares about his wedding, right? And then have it detailed.
There's a lot too now.
And such and such. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
So we downgraded from that, and it was still a movie.
Well, if they throwing money and everything on the floor like Namdi was getting for his birthday, then I guess it's just the thing to do.
Yeah, pretty much.
That lets you know.
Listen, man,
Exactly.
you think coming to America, we weren't too far off from that.
Well, yeah,
Good
BJ,
times,
to answer
good
your
times.
question, man, I think it was definitely time for it, man. She needed that kind of assurance or whatever, and I guess not to feel like you just stuck in a situationship
Yeah.
for a very long time.
Partnership.
Yeah, partnership, whatever the case may be.
There's
And then
tax
plus you got the
benefits.
pressure. You got the pressure from her. She had really close line sisters get married last year.
Oh,
So
there it
it's-
is.
Yeah,
it's a rolling
it's all
thunder.
in the head. But, yeah, she appreciated it.
Don't marry.
It's almost like
Don't marry Greek.
it almost happens like a cycle where they're like, they'll be bridesmaids like 2 or 3 times,
That's what happened.
and then that pressure
I'm sick of this.
27 dresses.
Yeah, it was crazy. All 21 of them. But yeah, man, it was time. So we're gonna keep that thing. We're gonna keep it moving forward. And
That's what's up, man.
That's what's
y'all
up, man.
know once I pop the big question.
But you need to talk. You need to talk to us about this ring. We can direct you some other places.
Oh, okay, yeah, we'll talk offline for that.
Yep.
Switch it up.
Actually, yeah. Yes, for sure. You want to take a little job up here? I cook you up something good up here in New York.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
I just
that's
remembered
why
that.
communication is.
That sounds like some Martin type
But you're gonna
stuff.
have
You feel
to
me?
come
Gonna take me to the
back
barbershop.
No. This is
You have to
official.
go down
This is
the dark
official. Official picture stuff. Yeah, we'll take care of it.
Bring
I
cash.
got you.
Easy. Let's move this thing along, man. So we got to give credit where it's due, man. Faison, man, I want to thank you for bringing this to the forefront of our attentions. Young Miss Harley Barber. If you don't know already,
Man, yeah.
this young lady decided to get on her, I think it was her Insta story or whatever from her fake account and just go on for all 60 seconds about, how much she has a disdain for African Americans in society, using a lot of foul language. And you could tell like it was in a drunken.
It was actually two different
videos.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It was two different videos.
Two different videos.
One by herself and then one in the group.
Yeah, man, two different videos, and then it's crazy because one of them she's in the bathroom, I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
washing
original.
hands. That was the original, and then in the car after she gets
The
trolled.
apology.
No, that wasn't the
What is
apology.
the apology?
That wasn't
That
the
was.
apology. She did apologize afterwards, and we'll get to that in a second.
Man, please.
But even in the car where her friends are trying to like walk her back off the ledge, she's like, "Nah, I'm from Jersey.
Right?
I
Yeah.
can do
So I was
whatever
like-
I want."
Well, that wasn't even it. She was saying that she's in the South now.
She's in the South.
Yeah,
She's
now.
South.
Saying the N-word if she wants to, whatever she wants to.
Yeah, Miss Harley Barber, and then she comes back and apologizes. But before we get to all of that, man,
I want to extend her an invitation to come down to Liberty City
Right? Exactly.
South.
Come real
and
south.
say it all she wants to.
yeah,
Come on down.
Bring that thing to me, man. Bring that thing to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Why don't you
what
come
y'all
down?
think?
Why don't you transfer to Bethune? That's in the South.
Exactly.
Exactly. So Faison, man, what you think about the video, man? Like, where did she fall?
I was shocked. I was shocked, one, just to hear like that. I think she said that the words more than like hardcore rappers in the 80s, and it was just like consistently. And then I was shocking. I had to share it immediately when I saw it because I was just like, this is not now. Like, how can this be now? And she didn't even care. And like, she's in the bathroom saving water. And like, her thought process was weird because I'm saving water. How does that even affect people here in the U.S.? It was just like dumbest, like it's just complete like donkey mindset. So I was just like, this is here. Everyone check this out. It is. People are crazy. She showed her true colors. She probably seen that at home. It's not something that she did there by herself. This has been ingrained in her and has been passed down. So it's not like a one-off. So her apology that quote unquote that she's gonna say is nothing because it's still ingrained in her, and that's just the person she is. And you gotta accept her for who she is, an ignorant person, and that's it.
Yeah, man. The saying goes, drunken words come from a sober mind.
I was gonna say
Uh,
it's two of the things that I look, social media and alcohol, right? It's I love them because they bring out the truth in people, right?
Mm-hmm.
People assume and get lost in thinking that you're talking to yourself when you're watching your, I'm fly and I'm gonna talk all of this crap because XYZ, and are not understanding that you are creating a digital record for everybody to sit there and check out. But then on top of that, you're doing it on truth serum. You say the most truthful things when you were lit as all get out because you have no conscious and thought of the filter that is normally in your brain. And so it wasn't shocking to me. It wasn't eye-opening. It was another healthy dose of that American Robitussin of the fact that there is this is what goes on in society. This is what they're saying behind closed doors. This is how they feel, and these conversations need to get to the forefront so there can be conversations about how foolish she sounds, in how wrong she is, and more importantly, how this is still entrenched and ingrained in the fabric of our society and needs to be discussed openly, as opposed to continually trying to act like racism is somehow dead, or that people don't have bias towards other, races and genders. Like, this needs to be talked about. This needs to be on the forefront of most conversations. People need to get uncomfortable.
As we said before, this is the gate that 45 opened up. And as I always tell college kids, look, a college campus is nothing but a microcosm of the larger world. So everything that goes on in the larger world is there to some degree on a college campus. And at times, I mean, look, we went to school with people that had never seen a black person in person before, a live black person. They'd only seen them on TV. So that, believe it or not, that still exists to this day. And as somebody said, look, this isn't some isolated situation where all of a sudden this was just her flavor of the week. This is who she is. She showed us who she was, and then she tried to take it back. And I've got bigger issues because they were talking about possibly suspending her, and she's out of the sorority or whatever it is. You think she's the only one in that sorority that feels that way? Do you feel like the rest of them didn't share the same opinion?
It's just, you're going to be made the example so we can hopefully sweep this back under the rug and people don't discuss it.
Exactly. And like, look, I guarantee you, let a historically black Greek letter organization come out and say something foolish like that. I bet you the whole chapter is getting snatched.
It happens for less.
Probably by ourselves.
Right. You know what I'm saying? It happens for less. And it is shameful because that she's just the one that got caught. She just happened to speak up about it, but there's a larger issue, and it's at a lot of these PWIs where you see these issues where the black population is kind of underrepresented, and it's hard to have your voice heard in certain situations. I mean, I'm glad that the school came out and acted so swiftly. It's okay that the sorority, did the right thing and made the right statements, but is she going to be held accountable to this?
What's the long term?
She's going to transfer to another school in another city and just be just as fine. She'll go right to.
She's going to
know, but here she comes.
In the big scheme of things, I go back to. Go ahead, Ian.
No, I was saying she's going to continue to feel the same way, but go ahead.
Oh yeah, I'll say, and I'm mad I can't even remember now because it gets to the point. It just happens, and people, like you said, it's gonna be pushed aside, and nobody's gonna really think about it later on. The dude from the what's the fraternity? A couple years ago when they were on the bus and the video leaked.
When they sang the song.
Yeah.
I don't want to lie.
It doesn't even matter what fraternity it was, but it's the same thing. So that dude and those cats there, whatever happened to him, I'm sure some hiatus for a couple months, maybe that year.
Was that Sigma Chi?
I didn't want to say. I'm not sure. That sounds familiar, but I'm not. I gotta look it up.
I'm looking it up right now. Go ahead.
But anyway, so where are they at now? Right now, what happened to them like a year later? So they might have been kicked out of school, where the fraternity denounced them for right then and there. But then a year later, where are they at?
Right.
Sigma Alpha
Epsilon. Yep.
Yeah, SAE. That's what it was.
So what do you guys feel like would be a just due as far as a punishment would be concerned? Do you feel like this is something that they have to wear for the rest of their life?
I mean, she's going to.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I just think if racism is truly over and we're going to take a stance that it will not be tolerated, then you have to go to the ultimate level of, hey, snatch their chapter, their charter for X amount of time. No intake, put them on moratorium, do all the things that would normally happen to other Greek organizations. I would love to see it happen. But they're not going to do that because I guarantee you that there are people in their sorority that are big donors, big
higher up, yeah.
Yep. They give a lot of money to the university. And that's where... And
they'll go see either that one person, like you said, something happens, so it seems like something bigger is happening, but the sorority as a whole is not going to suffer any type of consequence.
Right.
And again, next semester, next fall, she'll be enrolled somewhere else. She can join another sorority because they're not going to do a background check because that's what they do.
Different on that side.
Yeah, sure.
Exactly. That's what they can do. They can join another one or just find a group that has the same harbor feelings and going about a business and live life and be the next CEO of a company somewhere.
How would you feel as a student on that campus though to see that happen? Like if something would have happened like this at UM, you know, where would that send you guys?
It depends on what year you're talking about.
Yeah. What year am I in?
I don't know, man. It could be your sophomore, junior year. You're not about to graduate. So
I'm not. Nah, I ain't even talking about my person. I'm talking about what year.
Yeah, what
As
year?
far as the people who are there
on campus, what's going on?
environment of school.
All I know is
I was
don't
saying
know
year.
nothing else.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The dark years.
Back in late 90s, early 2000s, by the time I got there, late 90s, last part of 90s, early 2000s, yeah, it would with the individuals I know, and I'm just trying to play it back. I mean, there was things that happened in general, but nothing like this that we knew about, at least that I remember, at least. But yeah, there would have been some altercations.
And that's kind of how
we had
we
had the one incident. I can't remember.
I thought we did something. I thought something was, yeah. I was
they
trying to think of
normally-
something happened.
Yeah, they normally do their process, I think, during spring break, but for whatever reason, they were a week earlier, and they marched around the lake in hooded robes,
I don't remember that one.
and phones started ringing, and all of a sudden, the administration, all of a sudden, they had my number, and they called me because I was president at the time of UBS. So I got a phone call and, hey, can you come see us and talk to us? There's this situation that happened that we want to kind of keep isolated, and we don't want you all to take action on it. That was the only thing that we really had that was big. I mean, there was other stuff that happened that, you know, we handled.
When you say they were walking around the lake with hoods on, though, you talking about like white sheets?
No, they weren't. They weren't white
They
sheet.
were white. Yeah, it was
They weren't
just
white
those
sheet.
hooded robes that were. It was
Yeah.
one of them, white American Greek fraternity.
Like you would see on one of the movies.
yeah,
everybody coming
like
on the roads
watching
and
Revenge
walking.
of the Nerds.
Yeah.
Okay. What
Yeah.
was the reaction though? Like,
The
why-
reaction to what?
why was the school trying to get ahead of it? Like, what exactly happened?
We
to
were
it?
very strong at that point.
Well, it was because it was
And
early. They've been doing that, but it was because they did it early while people were still there to see. Normally, they were doing it while the majority of people were away, so it wasn't, something that had a spotlight on it. But because it happened a week early while people were there, all of a sudden you got random people walking in the middle, all of a sudden looking and seeing a bunch of hooded robed figures that it's like, what is going on campus? And they just
And people
out of it.
were calling the dean of students office and whatnot, saying, "Hey, there's a bunch of white males
Yep.
walking
So it
around the
looked
lake in
like
robes." It looked like something, right?
Exactly, a bad look that they were just trying to make sure didn't turn into which actually I think is kind of a good segue to Monique, but that it's, hey, we didn't want perception to become a false reality.
Like
Yeah.
before video phones.
And really, as BJ was trying to tell you, in those days we had people that we were gonna go find out.
It's about that action, boss.
We were gonna go ask some questions.
We
And I
even
can-
had some
and I can
people in the
tell you,
administration that were on our side too.
We didn't want it secondhand. We were gonna
Hello.
go ask the questions ourselves.
And I know quite a few times there was people that were packing when we were on campus. So,
Oh, yeah, I've heard stories.
What?
I mean, I don't know about nowadays.
Well, yes, I guarantee. Like, I trust. Yes.
It was then. I know.
No, I'm saying all before us, after us, right now, into eternity. Yes.
I mean, I can't confirm or deny
See,
anything,
this is
but the time
part
I
of
was
the
there.
podcast where we need Mike D to come on and confirm or deny.
Oh, you don't want to hear his stories.
Nah, you don't want Mike D out here.
Not for this.
He be on there telling you about a red brick.
But Fresh, you were going to go ahead and segue into Monique. How were you going to get into the perception versus the reality thing?
Monique, for those of you who have not heard, is asking, especially African Americans, to protest Netflix for what she is calling gender and race inequality, stating that Amy Schumer pretty much, she went to Netflix to try to get a special. Netflix offered her $500,000, $500,000 for her special. She, through whatever, got wind that Amy Schumer was offered $11 million. For those of you who don't know, Amy Schumer is a white female comedian, but was offered $11 million. After that, she renegotiated because she found out Chris Rock and Dave Chappelle had made over $20 million. So she renegotiated, got $2 more million on her contract for a total of $13 million. Monique found out about this, decided she wanted to renegotiate. Netflix said, hey, we're not renegotiating. What we feel you are worth right now is the 500, like based off of what we think we will be able to make on your stream. She pretty much tried to say, but my resume is impeccable, even gone as far as to be quoted as saying she is the most decorated comedian still alive, which we can talk about in a second. But from that, she then is asking everybody to boycott, because she's saying that pretty much they gave Amy Schumer more money because she is a white female than they gave Monique as a black female. The segue that I feel is that, of course, on the sense of perception of, oh man, there's gender and race equality on the outside of just saying, hey, they're not paying me as much as her, is the false, almost in a sense, outside looking in, what you have the ability to see. However, when you dig deeper into the fact that as far as social relevancy right now and really a pulse of society, Amy Schumer just got off a world tour when we don't know the last time Monique was on a tour. No offense, but nobody's talking about her.
She hasn't been on a tour in forever.
And
that's all it boils
past
down
that, the last thing that people remember and recall her for is not a comedic performance, it's Precious. And then after that, it's controversy, similar to the controversy that's going on right now, which we all want to stand for gender and race equality. But I don't feel that when you are not hot right now. Unfortunately, it is what it is. B, you are not the most decorated. I don't know what the parameters were. She said this on Sway in the Morning, but I don't know what your definition of most decorated, because even if you're trying to say because you won for Precious, if you want to look at a black female comedian to keep it as directly in your lane as possible, Whoopi Goldberg is destroying you.
Everything.
Yeah, and I mean,
everything.
is destroying you, in no disrespect, but it is the facts that are there. And then third off, it's not like Netflix is the only end all be all, and it's not like all of them other people, they had bidding wars. There were wars from other HBO and Cinemax, and everybody else was like, oh, I want the special. Let me get the special. And that's why Netflix was like, no, we're gonna pay the most money to have your special. Whereas there was no buzz. Cinemax ain't calling. Maybe TV One was on the bill. You know what I mean? But I just don't.
TV One under the bus, man.
I just don't personally see the draw in the I didn't see it as disrespect as the way that she took it from listening to the show.
She has been trying to stir up something. This isn't the first thing that she's involved in. She talked about how she was originally supposed to be on Empire.
Yeah, she's winning at Oprah. She's winning all of Tyler, all of them. She's winning them all.
As Cake.
She is.
Nobody caught that at first.
Then she came at Lee Daniels.
Yep.
Or something
Oprah,
else.
everything.
She talked about she was blacklisted after the Oscars because people said she was difficult.
Her, Oprah, and Tyler Perry, all the same breath. Yep.
So look, it's like you won an Oscar. You didn't win an Oscar for being funny. As Ian, he talked about a little bit earlier. So what are you trying to do? You know what I mean? Like, what are you known for? You've been in all these B-list actor movies other than Precious, right? And what's her name? Gabby Sidibe. She's probably been in more things than Monique has since Precious. Really?
Facts.
I I gotta Google that real quick. Go ahead.
Oh,
Who
it
that-
definitely is after
I'm
Precious. There's
looking.
100%.
Who
She's
was
been in
Precious
more
in the
A-list movies.
Yeah.
I mean, she was on American Horror Stories for like 3 seasons after that. Like
She was on The Heist?
she's been in A-list movies. Like she got
Oh, nah, she popped off after that.
yeah.
She actually made it on Empire.
Yeah, she was on Empire. Yeah, man. So
She's still there right now, isn't she? I don't
Yeah.
know.
Okay,
I
so
stopped
you,
watching
so
I
you,
don't watch Empire anymore, so I don't know.
so you Google this thing, and the first thing that pops up. Wanda Sykes says Netflix offered her a bag of chips and a train fare for
Yeah,
comedy
like
special.
even and Wanda Sykes right now is more relevant than Monique. And Wanda Sykes wasn't like, yo, I didn't come to the press and tell y'all, oh man, is it like, yeah, I went somewhere else and got me a different bag. Like there are other places to do a special. I can't force, like you cannot force a company to like, they're not saying we're not going to pay you at all. They're not even saying like, hey, you know, we just line up every like. The highest paid performers were black males. It wasn't like, you know,
That's exactly.
you know, and Seinfeld got 20 million and now they want, no, it was like, yo, the white chick was comparing her stuff to 2 black males and you know, was able to renegotiate it. But at the end of the day, it was because the pulse of what's going on right now. It's not hard to go and look at somebody's social media and see that, oh my goodness, they got 2 million followers who, look, they just put out a thing saying their special's coming and they got 500,000 people excited about it.
And it's like, look, how many people are you gonna come at? Like when you was funny, you were talking about skinny bees. Like, don't nobody want no skinny bee, all this stuff. Then you lost weight
And you got skinny.
and you got kind of skinny. Your hair didn't follow, but yeah, you got kind of skinny. So it's just like, yo, like, how many people you gonna come at, and then you gonna turn around and be like, oh, I'm blackballed, I'm this, I'm that. It's like, look, find your lane, dominate your lane. You need to find another serious movie to be in.
It's not even about
She can do her comedy role. She's
like,
the
Dave Chappelle and Chris Rock, they didn't just come back out the blue out of retirement in a sense and say, hey, I'm getting 20 million. Dave
Well,
Chappelle and Chris Rock.
Chappelle kind of did, but
No, he did not. No, he did not.
32
Chappelle was on tour for years on the low of just doing circuits and doing stand-up. That
Small spots, small
stand-ups that you
venues.
see on Netflix are stuff that he has been doing for at least 3 to 5 years.
okay,
on
you
stand-up
don't have to
tours.
bite my head off. I don't even like Monique.
keep going.
I'm giving America the real deal facts. It ain't about you, Kay. It's about America.
But this is the thing. I'm like, this is that boy who cried wolf kind of go along with the fads and let's push this quickly. I mean, the same thing happened to Aziz Ansari, where the chick tried to put him under the thing where she sexually assaulted him, when in the long run she actually allowed him to pleasure her, did the whole process, and then he didn't want her to stay at night, so now it's harassment because I kicked you out, but you let me. They didn't have sex at all, but he orally was able to take care of her, and now it's harassment because he was chasing her around all day long. Well, there's the point in time where you gotta say, listen, you can't jump on the bandwagon because you want to assume that this is what's happening. And Monique's doing the same thing. Well, let's just boycott because everyone's boycotting H&M and boycotting those other things. Well,
She
I'm
ain't
mad
doing it
now.
for that. Monique is not doing it for that.
I know I'm saying, but she's taking
Monique-
advantage. She's taking advantage of it.
No,
to say.
Monique and her husband, who is her manager, which
Wrong.
I heard on
wrong point number one.
Morning, I don't suggest your spouse.
Jay-Z manages Beyonce.
That's not true.
I
That's
Does
not
he?
true.
I
never heard that one before.
I don't
But-
think so.
But what she did in Hope, she was trying to run the play. She told Netflix, "Hey, y'all don't give me this money. I'm going to the public, and we gonna shut Netflix down." And
Okay.
hoping that the threat was going to make them say, you know what, here, just go ahead and take 2 million and we'll go ahead and you know, call it square. But they were like, go ahead and tell the public, we ain't worried about it.
And you want to know
Hey,
why?
black folk got
You
too
know
much
why
stuff
that
on
is?
Netflix right
you
now.
have way too much. Netflix has
Hey,
invested way too
hey,
much
How
into
many
our community.
how many black folks really pay for Netflix and are not just riding off of somebody else's account?
count.
No, I know I'm one of the key holders. I'll tell you, the gatekeeper.
Yes.
You know what I mean? How many of us are gatekeepers to other? You know that's the thing. Like I understand, and I'm
FCC
not
gonna
trying-
come after us tomorrow.
all of my
Actually, I
Just
get it
gonna
for
lower-
free now
lower
because
from
T-Mobile.
5.
Thank you, T-Mobile.
Yes, exactly.
No, Monique has 4 kids.
Yeah.
Nah, I did not.
No, it didn't matter.
But yeah, man, she
And
can't
we're
come
a non-factor.
yeah, you can't come at Netflix that way. I think one is bad business, first of all, and I think
Seriously. It's like going to
Tony Rock.
ABC right now.
Tony Rock said that, man. It's bad business. Not only to be
You don't
talking
count
about
other people's money for real.
right? Not only to be talking about other people's check, but then you're not even negotiating anymore. You don't have. I don't know where she thought she got this influence from.
She's the queen of comedy.
She was a queen of comedy, and she was
I
probably
know.
the lowest one on that,
Yes, she
on that
was.
list when it was
Yes,
some
when there
more
was-
than some
yeah.
other people on there.
Yes, she was D.L. Hughley of the Kings of Comedy.
Wow.
Come on, man. Yeah,
I like DL now, but at that point in time, she was a DL.
In
She
that, I
was
didn't.
DL. Steve was
Steve
the
Harvey
he was the king.
He was hosting though.
But Bernie was the king,
Oh,
but
man.
Steve
Bernie was
was.
absolutely
never the king.
Yes.
In that scenario, to me, no. Steve Harvey is always like 2 chicken bones away from being a goon for me. Like it's he's like a Tyler Perry situation where I can't. Like I just
You
cannot.
like Tyler Perry?
No, no.
Why not?
I will watch.
I don't know what it is. Like I just feel again, it's like it's 2 chicken bones away from being on some coon
Step and
type
fetch.
stuff. Like I just can't. I don't know what it is. Like I've never been enthralled any of those series. Diary of a Man, all of the stuff that he does. I'm just not. I don't. It doesn't resonate with me. And it.
I mean, good for him that he made his money.
Yeah.
Coming off of hood plays, but
I just definitely, yeah, it is
With all
never.
with all the,
I haven't watched a Medea nothing. I maybe have seen 5 minutes of Medea
listen,
anything.
Monique needs to call him
Apologize.
Apologize.
Yeah, I thought she was
Apologize
going under the
first.
bus.
because
She already threw him way under the bus.
Well, that's the thing. So she messed up because sure enough, that is the has-been circuit where all the R&B singers that are no longer relevant anymore, they end up in it. Somehow their song is in the
All
play.
the 90s and early 2000 and them, not just R&B stars, but even the TV show stars and everything like that. They pop it off on all that Tyler Perry stuff.
What's that chick's name? She's always playing a mean girl. Light skin. She was in Jamie Foxx. She was also in Kill Bill.
Garcelle or something like that.
No, she was in Kill
No,
Bill.
Vivica Fox.
Vivica Fox.
Oh.
Bro,
Always in the D.
Is it
Always a
Vivica
D
Fox
star.
light-skinned?
Yeah, technically.
light
Brown
skin.
skin. She like
I didn't
complexion.
think so, but
She looks like my mom. She's lighter skin compared to Monique.
Africa? I don't think that. I don't even say. I don't even know if Vivica is that much lighter than Monique. I wouldn't.
We can go through the
brown skin,
shades
like,
of colors. There's light skin, there's red bone, it's a whole different. She's in the light skin
They
category.
both
what I-
pretty
what I do?
almond brown to me.
so Monique and Vivica Fox are almost like the same color.
Yeah, I mean
They
they're
are
both
not.
pretty almond brown to me.
Hey, look, I put it to you this way. What color is Will Smith?
You know what's funny? I do consider Will Smith
Can't
a
go
light
on mute
skin.
and then answer the question.
Right.
Oh, I'm sorry. I guess light skin. I was gonna give him
Yeah.
a keyboard. I didn't want to
Okay.
click and clack on
How did
the.
Vivica Fox look next to him in Independence Day?
They look damn near
They
the
look
same.
very similar.
No, they didn't.
Well, in the tunnel it looked different, but when it was that kiss scene,
she's
that
dark.
last
She's
He
time,
said in the tunnel.
He said in the dark. In the dark. It looked the same.
Either way, we can
no,
all
Abby
agree,
Coffin.
we can all agree that Monique has no legs to stand on with this boycott. I'm sorry,
None
Monique. I will not
whatsoever.
be boycotting Netflix.
I was not. I still gotta watch Black Mirror.
Black Mirror.
She's got to have it, baby.
Hey,
So I
Oh.
watched the I
didn't
haven't watched
see it
the
yet.
series, but I watched
Yo.
the old movie.
Ooh,
No,
yeah,
no,
yeah.
you
Watch
gotta
it
watch
many
it.
times.
But watch the whole movie
Spike
first,
Lee
yes.
joint.
But you got to watch the series. I
Is it
just
good?
finished it this week.
Oh.
It's actually
If you
pretty
if you watching it,
exactly.
this world. If BJ is watching it, then we all need to watch it.
Hey, if this man is giving you something. Hey, you gotta tune
Yo,
in.
you know what another show that is really good that I couldn't appreciate because I was too young when I was halfway watching it, but I was watching it when I was getting my hair retwisted this weekend. A Different World.
Oh, classic.
yes.
Man.
Fire.
Yeah.
What is wrong with you?
Fire.
I was like,
The season up until the season
there's so
after they
much
got
good
Whitley
stuff.
and Dwayne got married. After that, then the other
nah,
seasons were okay,
Nah, when you were
but
at
they
him,
weren't the fire.
Oh
Yeah.
man,
yeah,
good
when
stuff.
you were at him and the stuff that they did, like the topics that they spoke of back.
Yeah, it was real. Yeah.
Like when they brought out Chris Cross and were speaking about gun violence, like that was
Right.
like if Drake was on a show right now. Like
They said they got an unsung for a different world.
Yeah.
oh yeah,
They got an unsung for a different
Hollywood?
world. Yeah, I saw it last week. It happened to be on a flip of the channels, man. It's
Yeah,
actually pretty
the
damn
episode
good.
that I was watching, it was I think Whitley was a virgin, and she was. I guess that was right when her and Dwayne
Virgin.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that episode.
right
She
when they
got
were
dressed in
supposed to
the
be, like,
white
strapped
robe.
together. Yeah.
yeah. At some point, the rape
The
one,
attorney
with,
one, the rape. Oh yeah,
yes, the one, that Dwayne came jumping through the window, scratching bullets.
yeah.
Yo,
was some
so
good stuff.
the unsung Ali went through all the different topics because Debbie Allen was a producer back then, and then how the network didn't want them to air any of those, and Bill Cosby was the one who stood next to him at the network. He said, "No, I got it back, run it."
Bill
Yep.
Cosby helped produce this show.
You what? Yeah. Hello. We
Bro,
yeah.
Man, I was
the
like 4
niece.
years old.
The
bro.
niece is the she started. Listen. So right
It was
now,
a spinoff on the Cosby Show.
it's
Hold on,
happening
hold on,
again.
hold
Hold
on.
on. It's happening
Everybody can't
again
talk at
right
the same
now.
time.
It's happening again right now. Grownish
Grown
is,
is
is now the different world of Blackish.
They took the same play that's what Cosby Show. Denise went to college, and that was at that time. It was poignant that Bill wanted to Bill was
Highlight
back in the day.
highlight Black
was-
college life because there was nothing else on TV.
Yeah, he was, but Bill was the man character. Like that's why Cosby Show and Different World were so important. But he also made sure to hold us in such a high light. And
Exactly.
he was the one who brought so many, important conversations to the table in a way that still allowed, African Americans to not look crazy.
And he gave up and coming actors a platform.
So many.
They went through that thing, man. You got Adam Sandler, you got Tisha Campbell, you got all these cats that were doing stuff. You got Whoopi Goldberg, you had
Adam Sandler was on different one.
yeah.
He was one of Theo's best friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cosby
I
Show.
had no idea.
Shoot, Cole was one of Theo's best friends too.
Cockroach.
Yep.
Cockroach.
Yeah.
Yep.
And just a
good.
special out because we always got to bring it back home. Lewis, what's her friend name? Don Lewis.
Oh yeah.
Don Lewis.
Oh.
Yeah.
Went to the U.
Yep.
Went to the U. Grabbed up for you.
Yes. Yep. She was a big time with Different World. Yep.
Yep.
What happened to Bud?
Good.
Oh no, good question.
Just leave it out there. Let's just leave it out there hanging. He's going to the next topic. Whatever happened to Bud? That's the be topic for the.
Bud's hanging out with Family Matters, the little sister on Family Matters.
Yes. Who went
Insert
to room
picture of
study?
Bud right here, Ian. There
Went
you
to
go.
room
Insert
study
right
and never
here.
came back. I remember that episode. I
went
remember when that
upstairs and
happened.
never
I remember
came
she's
back
like,
downstairs.
she never
Where's
came
Judy?
back.
Where's Judy?
Hashtag who is Bud?
Oh no.
No.
You know what? I can mail you
Yeah.
the box set.
Leon Richmond.
The box set of the Cosby Show, and you can literally watch from season 1 to the last season, and
Yeah.
just educate yourself on it's. Man, there's so much stuff that's just like I model my parenthood, my life as a
Yeah, I'm about
father.
to say my
Clip Hustle.
a lot of parenthood stuff comes from the Cosby Show.
What's
And
funny is that I'm sorry, Bud is actually older than all you guys. Bud is 39 years old.
But it's old.
Yeah, because whatchamacallit should have been, she's
Rudy was my crush. Like she was like my peer.
like 36, 37 now. Yeah.
Everybody crush, man.
Right
And
there.
he was on the show Sister too. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I watched Sister. I might know who this is.
He was the other one. There was Roger, and then there was the other homeboy.
Easy.
Oh wow, this is deep. So his first appearance was in the Kool and the Gang video in 1985. He was in Cherish. Wow.
Sorry, JD.
Wow, so cool in the game.
Wow.
Well,
Facts.
Mr. DFBG, you are the next topic, man. We got to get the Faison thought of the week, man, before we hit crypto first for the crypto.
Oh, I thought we were. I'm sorry. I apologize. I thought we were going to swing on a different topic, but
Oh man, he played young. He played young Eddie Murphy in Raw.
Shut up.
Yeah, he did.
remember
He was a throw the poop. He said,
Yes.
"Oh, what was the joke?
Yes.
That's
What was
Bud.
the joke? What was the joke? Oh, now that you said it, the
Oh,
opening
what
joke
was the
about
joke?
the monkey, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I used to
hell,
watch
what was
that
the joke?
religiously.
Oh, now I gotta look it up, yo.
With his aunt that was falling down the stairs.
No, that's
That's
the
hilarious. Oh, well, the aunt had a cameo in Raw too, but I can't remember what it was then because he
So
talked
funny.
about her in both.
She got a mustache.
All right, I'm ready if you want to go on. I apologize for my unpreparedness. I thought we had a couple more minutes, so I was just mentally in background thinking. But today's Arts Corner is it's going to do with the kids. So buy whatever kids are selling on their card table in front of their yard or house. You got to support the youth and support their ability to be an entrepreneur.
Entrepreneurs. Yep.
That's real important, man. That's very important.
I give-
especially
I-
teaching them about money.
Iced
at an
tea.
early age.
I tell you what, two summers ago, the kids decided, we was in the old house, the kids decided they were gonna do, we were out of town and it was with my mom, they wanted to do a lemonade stand. And more people just stopped to say, kids don't do this no more. Thank you for doing this. Here's $1 just for
I don't
having
even
that
want your
spirit.
lemonade. Yep.
Exactly. Like we got home and like these kids was out there all day long. And seriously, they made about like $40.
Mm-hmm.
For
That's
nothing.
big for them.
And
That's
they
dope.
only sold a couple cups of lemonade.
Mhm.
But people just stopped by or walking by like, you don't see kids doing this no more. It was all their idea they set up. And that's how they did. That's what they decided to do. It was a good thing to see.
Encourage the entrepreneurial spirit in your children, whatever they are interested in, even though it's hard to get them to act on. But I know a person like my daughter is in love with slime right now and is making 900 different types of slime in my house that I try as hard as I can to encourage her. Hey, you know what? You can put them in these little jars right here and you can sell them for 50 cents to your friends and you know, be able to at least at a minimum make the money to be able to continue what you like doing and make more slime. You can have them paying for the slime that you're playing with.
All of my nieces are on that too. All of them.
Oh, slime is on fire right now.
Slime is the thing, man. He is definitely on the slime.
I'm just sitting there like, look, you take out that glue, and we only a couple ingredients away from some pancakes.
No sir. Crypto Freezy, man. What you got for us for our moment in crypto this week, man?
Marathon, not a sprint. You know, the market's been going up and down. It's been a roller coaster, but this is the space that we play in. And in cryptocurrency, you're not investing in the monopoly money that, you know, outsiders assume that it is. You are literally investing in businesses that are looking to create and improve, you know, all of different industries that we need help with in our day-to-day life. So everything from medical fields to, you know, entertainment, whatever you can think of is looking to be improved by cryptocurrency. And it is not about thinking of what's going to happen this week or this month or even this quarter as far as, you know, the investment people are making in cryptocurrency, but it's about understanding this is for the future. This is stocks, not slots. It is about the future, understanding these are, you know, long-term investments. You are looking for companies that are going to improve the way that we do transactions and are able to you know, just qualify things in the future. It is currently changing lives. You need to go ahead and DYOR, let's do your own research, but definitely I encourage you to look in the space. Check out my website, cryptowithfresh.com, to get your palate wet and go ahead and take that dive and splash on in these crypto waters because it's amazing.
There it is. And before I go to you, Coach K, I want to remind everybody that they can get this podcast on Apple iTunes, Google Play, SoundCloud. You can watch the videos on YouTube and check out the little skits we throw up on Facebook. Remember, when you're leaving us reviews, man, leave the 5-star reviews, leave us comments on the Facebook page. You can leave the comments underneath the podcast and iTunes, but let us know what you think. Hit us up, 13th floor at fledgeology.com if it's a topic out there you want us to hit on, or just to tell us how great or how bad we might be doing. We definitely appreciate all of that.
We getting real close to those 13th floor t-shirts, and we want to give them out when we get them. So I don't care if you give us a bad review, a good review, we will send you a t-shirt. And this does not apply to family members.
Hey, BJ.
Yo,
We got a sponsor.
whatever.
Do we need, hold on. We got a sponsor
Pause
like
break.
right now, or is this
I just put a break in there just in case we had to get one. Go ahead, make it happen.
I love the forward thinking. Hey, before you go, okay, I just looked up. Yo, we missing a lot of stuff. In that opening scene, he's in there. Tatiana and Mali is the one singing "The Fools Fall in Love."
That was my first.
And Samuel L. Jackson is sitting on the couch.
Wow.
Like, I didn't even because we didn't know them back then.
Yep, a lot of facts. Yeah.
So you said it's the lion, the monkey, and the jungle, but I ain't gonna tell the joke right. I can't tell the joke. So y'all gotta go
Look up
YouTube.
Oh, you talking about in the, oh, okay, I know you're talking about now.
Eddie Murphy raw introduction.
Yeah.
Hey, one other random fact. Did you guys know that the guy sitting next to Eddie Murphy in Trading Places that asked him, "What is he, ignorant? Didn't he tell you the phone in the limousine was busted?" That guy is one of the barbers in Coming to America.
Yeah.
Yep. I didn't put the two together. You're right, though.
Recycle, man. Things were recycled.
I'd have to see it again.
Yeah. Hey man, talk about keeping your squad.
You did, yeah.
He did
Hey,
that, though.
that's one thing. Total sign up. But Adam Sandler, like,
Does that.
he is amazing for his whole crew. If you look at every one of his movies, he has
Rob Schindler's
his homeboys,
everything he does.
his clip.
Everything.
It's man, that's awesome. Straight awesome.
Man, Jay Fingers, what's up?
Will he even hear this? Now to Coach K's corner.
Coach K, what you got for the people?
Yeah, so look, in light of talking about Monique, everybody has a Netflix. Everybody has something that they're waiting on to happen for them and that they think they should have. And what I'm going to say is, look, stop waiting for things to happen. Stop waiting for other people to clear the way for you or other people to validate you. If you think you're worth $1 million, come out here and show us that you're worth $1 million. Put your product out. There are so many opportunities available now. There are so many resources available. Go out there, do your research, put yourself out there, show your worth. Don't compare yourself to somebody else. There is nobody out there for you to compare yourself to. Compare yourself to your goals and your dreams and what you aspire to be. That's the only thing that you have to compare yourself to. And just remember this, the journey validates your arrival, not a person.
Yeah, man.
Booyaka shot.
You got to go get the bag, man. You can't, if you can't get it from one place, it's a million other places you can get it, man. Just take that leap, man. Go get to that opportunity, man. That's so powerful, bro. But anyway, we're out of here. Thank you all for listening with us here on the 13th floor, where the furniture isn't always the best. The views are amazing.
The 13th floor. The 13th floor.